Hi everyone, thanks for joining us here online. Meteorologist Ryan Breton with an update on the incoming nor'easter as of Sunday evening. A winter storm warning has been issued for northern Litchfield County. That's where the jackpot will likely be in this storm. But there's a winter storm watch for many other areas. Tallinn, Windham, Hartford, southern Litchfield County, northern New Haven County, and northern Fairfield counties. In those areas, 6 inches or more of snow not out of the question. Still a lot of questions with this storm forecast, but this gives a general idea of where the biggest impacts will be. It's the National Weather Service's Winter Storm Severity Index. And notice how Litchfield County is in the red. That's likely where the jackpot will be, but there will be impacts from the storm all across the state. Through the day Monday, not much of a problem. Just want you to know in the morning there could be a few showers, maybe even a little bit of wet snow in spots, but nothing of significance. Rain develops in the afternoon and evening, and that turns into a heavier rain overnight Monday night. Now in the hills, the air will begin cooling quickly, and that's where most of the precipitation falls in the form of heavy wet snow. Once you get down in elevation, though, that changeover will take longer to happen, and it probably doesn't happen until Tuesday morning in many places. So it'll be rain changing to snow from the Connecticut Valley down toward the shoreline. This is 5 o'clock Monday evening. Really no problems for the evening commute. There will be some rain out there, but not much of an issue with snow. Now during Monday evening, we begin to get some mixing and a changeover to snow in the hills of northwest and northeast Connecticut as the precipitation begins to come down heavier. And that continues overnight. Generally speaking, along and northwest of I-84 and the higher elevations, this is where the snow will be coming down quite hard. But once you get down into the valley and down into southern Connecticut, we'll likely have largely rain falling overnight. But during Tuesday morning, this rain-snow line will try to collapse southeast as the storm takes over and colder air develops within the storm. So by Tuesday morning, it's possible a lot of us are dealing with wet snow of varying intensity. Real question mark is how quickly does this changeover happen and how intense will the snow be as it continues off and on through the day Tuesday. It is a challenging forecast to say the least, but the idea is that the farther north and elevated you are, the more snow you will see out of the storm, and farther south and in the lower elevations, you're relying on a changeover to snow during the day on Tuesday. This is our latest snowfall map, and the area that's probably under the greatest uncertainty, unfortunately, is here in central Connecticut. There could be more than 2 to 4 inches, but right now I'm just not confident enough to predict that in the Hartford area south, down through Middletown, through the Connecticut River Valley, because it really depends on that changeover that happens during the day on Tuesday. Once you get up in elevation, though, and just to the west of I-84 and along I-84 from Danbury to Waterbury, into Bristol, the towns to the west of Hartford, Bloomfield, Avon, Canton, and then into northern Hartford County, 4 to 8 inches likely here. You get up in elevation a bit more, 8 to 12 inches for much of Litchfield County and western Hartford County, and then the jackpot, northern Litchfield County, 12 inches up to 18 inches of snow, heavy wet snow at that, expected there. In northeast Connecticut, same idea, 4 to 8 inches in much of Tallinn and Windham counties, but the higher elevations of Tallinn and Windham counties, 8 to 12 inches of snow possible here. Farther south toward the shoreline, a lot of the precipitation is in the form of rain, but a changeover to snow may drop a coating to 2 inches. And again, all of this depending on that changeover, and it's possible we will have to adjust this map a bit more as we get closer to the storm. As far as power outages go, there will be a gusty northeast wind, gusting at times 40 up to 50 miles per hour. That alone usually isn't enough for more than isolated outages, but you add the heavy wet snow to the mix and scattered outages likely in the hills of northwest and northeast Connecticut, with the highest risk being in northern Litchfield County. A third concern, the coastal flooding. Fortunately, the tides are not astronomically high, but Tuesday morning there could be some minor coastal flooding along the shoreline. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast. Behind the storm on Wednesday, it is windy. There could still be some impacts to the Wednesday morning commute, especially in the hills. And then we warm to 50 on Thursday and Friday. Another storm possible on Saturday, which looks like it will be in the form of rain. I'll have much more coming up tonight on the Fox 61 News at 10 and 11. Hope you'll join us then.